70% of Destiny 2's top contest mode clearing raid teams cheated is going to shock the piss out of you. This is the worst cheating I have ever seen ever. And I knew it was bad because the day before the raid even came out, there was someone running around Destiny with the new exotic rocket launcher. Do you understand what I'm saying? Someone cleared the raid before the raid even came out. They had the exotic rocket launcher before the raid was even supposed to be in our hands. This is the problem, everybody. And the numbers are going to speak for itself. It gets even worse. This is from Paul Tassi right here. As if Bungie needs to deal with any more Destiny 2 drama, player investigations have now revealed that among the limited number of contest clears for the insanely difficult Desert Perpetual raid last week, as many as 70% of the top 100 lists appear to have cheated. It seems too early to list dozens of specific teams here, as I've already seen at least a couple of false positives, but the provable ones, many are very, very obvious. These cheater clears are marked by certain publicly available data points, namely via acquittivity, one person carrying with a lot of kills while the rest of the team barely has any. When we say barely has any, when you would look at the raid reports, and we're going to get into it in just a moment, there will be one person that has like 600 kills, right? Yet everyone else on the squad had like 1, 2, or 0 kills, which is impossible. And dude, look, the justification that I've seen online for this, someone tried to justify and be like, bro, no. That they were doing mechanics and the other guy was doing the ad clear. Get the fuck out of here, man. How in the world? The only people I see justifying this are people that were actually carried by this. And by the way, it's not just cheaters here. What happens is people will pay a cheater to carry their account through the raid so that they can have the emblem too, so they can then flex the emblem. All right, incredibly fast clear times, 10 to 20 minutes for these insanely hard sections that took legitimate teams hours. Dude, when you're seeing like 20-minute clears for an entire raid, bro, that's a dead giveaway. I mean, not even just the encounters, for the entire raid. Certainly weapons like Lawrence Driver duality to help with raid limiting, some specific armor, blue rockets are among a few telltale signs. You see why? Like, I made a comment yesterday, like, dude, at this point, do we need like an AI anti-cheat? Because the current system ain't working, man. Endless heavy kills, new accounts that barely have any raid clears. Look at this. Look at this right here. Raid clear, 315 kills, 2 kills, 1 kill, 1, 0. Yet all of them will get the emblem and pretend. And by the way, this is resulting in everyone scrambling online. You've got people like this who paid for this for their accounts carried, and they're changing their names as if that's going to save them. They're going out, they're doing the name change, they're trying to like hide themselves, they're changing their damn Twitter profiles, they're doing whatever they can to try to not get banned after this. Look, and it needs to happen. Bungie, you cannot go in here and be like, oh, well, these guys weren't cheating. It was just this guy with the hacks on. No, you need to hit everybody. Everybody needs to get a crispy ban. This is a mess. We have not seen anything at this level with a contest rate clear ever. The only piece of good news is that it does not seem to involve well-known high-profile teams, including World's First Team Nuts, their live stream clear being obviously legitimate. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not saying everyone needs to stream, but these days, that's like the only way I know how to verify. You know what I mean? Like, obviously Bungie has their systems, but having someone stream their gameplay, it's just like Twitch rival tournaments. You have to stream in order to even be in the tournament. And then that has to be screened after it's done. You can't just ban 300 people. That's half the player base. Let me tell you something. Destiny player population is a topic for another video. All right. Low blow, bro. Low blow. I don't give a shit if it's 301 people left in this game. Ban the 300. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ban the 300. All of this blew up yesterday, and it's currently the talk of the entire Destiny community, which outside this is already struggling to accept the Edge of Fate expansion on its own merits. Bungie said nothing as of yet. At this point, I would at least put out a "we're investigating" tweet today. But this is yet another thing they're going to have to explain in terms of how this happened regarding this contest mode raid, as they're already looking into bugs, enemy health, and deltas. But we may know how this happened, at least to a certain extent. In its latest round of mass layoffs at Bungie, one of the teams affected heavily was player security, which, as you might be able to guess, are the ones who work toward catching and preventing cheaters like this. Not to say that that division doesn't exist at all now, but if you're wondering why this is happening at this moment, it certainly seems to fall in line with the timing of that. It seems likely that there will be a large purge of these cheaters at some point, given how obvious it is, but there's an additional layer on top of this, as it's not mandatory that everyone in a party is cheating. They are just playing with the cheater in order to get the clear. All of them should be banned as well, but that's not a guarantee. Dude, that right there. Let me say this. Bungie, you got to make an example right now. I'm saying it for the people that legitimately went in there and got their ass whooped for 48 hours straight. And of course, for the people that actually did succeed, but especially those people, man. Those people that went in there, legitimately got their ass whooped for 48 hours straight, some on the same damn boss. They made no progression. They were on the same damn boss. There should be no reason why any of these folks walk clear from this. Look, I'm a firm believer in shame. Shame is good, okay? Back in RuneScape, yes, I'm bringing up another RuneScape story. If you got caught for cheating, you were then teleported to this area that was meant for just cheaters. And your body, you would be like, I don't know, you're like strapped to a pole. And people could sit there and throw fruit and tomatoes at you. Like that literally, you'd be sitting there high-alking, and then you'll look over there and there's a cheater over there. And you're like, we got another one, boys. Everybody, throw your shit. It was a great time. And let me just say this, Destiny needs this. We need a spot in the tower where if someone's caught cheating, their account gets transferred to that area. We see their name. There's a wall of shame. There needs to be a wall of shame. And throw something at them. I don't know. Throw hive shit. Now, if you completed the contest mode raid, stay in line. You may now find yourself moving way up the legitimate clears list or shooting into the top 100 or top 50. We're awaiting Bungie to say anything about this. Okay. So yeah, if you're looking at rankings right now and you legitimately cleared, it's a good chance your rankings are going to drop drastically. I think Gig says his ranking went from like rank 78 to like rank 26 because of this. So if you're wondering right here, this is one of the tweets. The amount of cheated clears in top 100 is insane. And this is the Twitter account that was listing them all out. This is the Desert Perpetual cheaters. Disclaimer: these placements were at the time the leaderboard is being updated. Use the PCGRs. Placement numbers are no longer accurately represented. It's clears. The PCGRs are correct. And then essentially just went down the list here on this. And you could see the document here showing all the people that cheated. So this is the actual document here that's being shared around. Only top 100 below, many more than this. Oh yeah, I bet substantially more than this after that. These placements were at the time. Okay, yep, being updated. I don't have all the images for these, and we're not gonna go through all these images. Although we should have definitely a moment where we just do this video of shame. But these are all the teams right here. Guys, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't think it's ever been this bad. This is like worse than Trials when it came back bad. Do you see how many teams here? Do you see this? Let's just run with that theoretical. Out of the 500 teams that cleared, it is being said as more data is being uncovered, 350 of those teams were cheaters. Although yes, every single one of these people need to be banned, and not just the people that were doing the cheating, but the people that were also in the team with the cheaters. We have to acknowledge that there is a problem. We have to acknowledge that there is a major problem here. Hold on. And here's the other thing. How can Bungie, how can you have this happen during one of your most highest peak moments out of a year, but subsequently you're going to be bringing us Marathon, which is supposed to be this highly competitive extraction shooter? How am I supposed to believe that Marathon's anti-cheat is going to be better than what's here, right here in Destiny? Look, man, that's not to take away from the raid experience. I very much enjoyed the raid experience. But Bungie, I need you guys, man. I need you guys to really make an example out of this stuff. Y'all need to make an example out of this. Okay, so hold on. This is actually from Gigs right here. 260 of the 587 clears cheated so far. A lot more to go through. Our AFAIK had still had a lot more to go through. We went from the 91st when the board first came out down to 28th. My question is like, this information is something that Bungie was looking at since last weekend, right? Like, I would have just banned these guys before it even went out, dude. Or just have someone, like, just literally have someone pay them to sit there. Dude, you know how many people would do this for free? I would literally do this for free, guys. I would literally sit there with the ban hammer for free every day and just comb through the data and ban people. And will we hit some innocents? Absolutely. A few will die, but majority will be guilty cheaters, right? And I think it's worth the risk. Well, there you go, guys. That's the situation at hand right now. We have never had a situation like this. Now, this was an incredibly tough raid. This, without a doubt, it was an incredibly tough raid. And there were a lot of teams that got DPS checked right out the gate and could not even beat a single boss. But that still doesn't justify why people should cheat or why people should pay to have their characters carried through. I don't really understand this either, because it's like, do you just walk around? This also makes sense. I have played with people with day one clear emblems on their account. I've had people join up on me to just go run like a GM Nightfall. And can I just say, Some of the shittiest players I ever played with. I mean, and look, I didn't want to say nothing. I remember specifically last year, we had someone with the Salvation's Edge emblem on them, and they joined up on us for a GM. And brother, they just kept dying. They fucking sucked. The build didn't even make sense. I was like, dude, who? You got a Salvation's Edge clear on you, right? And I think we even made a joke at the time too. I was like, did you buy that emblem? So basically you guys, I want to hear this shit. Let me tell you something. Somebody's got to add clear. That's my job. That's what I do, man. That's what I do. Hold on. I got 2 jobs in every raid. You know what my 2 jobs are? Add clear, damage. That's it. Those are my 2 jobs. No. Add clear, damage. And when I say damage, it's to find a strategy to do the most goddamn damage. You know what we were doing? We were ramming our dick in the blender for the first 14, 16 hours of the raid. Because why? No one thought to put on 100 super. What a small change. What a small change. And that made all the difference. Les, give me some fucking credit here. Give me some fucking credit here. I cannot believe I'm being called out for this. And by the way, I did do mechanics for one of the encounters. I did mechanics for one of the encounters. But let me just say, for that one encounter, we did it right. We did it right. We didn't throw a single fucking time. All right, dude. Why am I being called out right now? I'm not the enemy. I'm not the enemy. I did give you credit for the 100 super thing. It single-handedly saved our contest clear. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Those are my 2 jobs. No, seriously. Going into every raid, my job, research on what the best damage rotations are going to be, and add clear. That's it. Those are my 2 jobs. That's it. And you know what? I hyper-focus on these 2 things. I don't care about nothing else. Look, we're not the enemy. The enemy here is the 70% of cheaters, which, by the way, it seems even worse the higher you go up the leaderboard. And I need us to all come together and demand. And look, I know it's sounding very witch hunting right now, but we should be demanding that everyone here gets banned. Everybody should be getting banned. And Bungie needs to have a system where if you have been banned from Destiny as a cheater, we gotta mark the enemy. Like it needs to be something, dude. Like what is something like? There needs to be something that everywhere. I mean, even I almost just want to put a damn nutsack right on their forehead, and it just like sits there and just stapled to their forehead everywhere they go. They just got a pair of balls just hanging in their face. But there needs to be something that when we see that character, we know that's a cheater. You know what I mean? Can you check team 112? Luke, give me the image of team 112. I'm being told it's hilarious. All right, chat, let's look up some of these teams real quick. Some images being dropped here. What a legitimate clear. I mean, look, obviously I've never looked at an anti-cheat program, but like, how does this not send off any alarm bells? 1,500 kills, 1 person, 16, 8, 7, 3, and 2 for the others. But he was the ad clear guy? Brother, there is no fucking way, man. There's no fucking way. Cross, look up 114. Do 114, Luke. Send me that one. I'm telling you, everyone should be banned. Every one of these individuals should be banned. By the way, this guy right here, Shia, with his trials emblem, I fucking guarantee he didn't earn that shit either. This is not these guys' first rodeo. What am I looking at right here, Luke? Is it the 4-minute clear? Chat, is this 4 minutes for the whole fucking raid? Final boss. Still, dude. Still, it's impossible. You can't do the boss in 4 fucking minutes. Well, it's literally impossible to do. You cannot do it in 4 minutes. Chad, any other teams you want us to look at before we move on? Look at your clear. What are you guys trying to accuse me of cheating? Yeah, we cheated. We decided
how many ads did you kill?
We decided to just stay up for 40 hours just to throw you guys off. Just to throw you off the scent. What an elaborate play. Oh my God. Hold on. So right here, hold on. There's no way. Because the other rankings said we were at 375. There's no way we went from 375 to 130, dude. You cannot tell me that is that is an overwhelming amount of fucking cheaters. I do want to pull something up. This is going to be my moment to brag right now. Who killed the most ads? Huh? Look at that. Just a man in his glaive. You hear me? I was fucking chopping wood in that raid. Look at that. MVP Frostbolt. Fraba, you were MVP. Most kills. There we go, baby. There we go. Most assists. Les, thank you for your assists. Frostbolt has the best KD. God damn it. Frostbolt be fragging out in PvP and PvE. Les! Most deaths! Where's the... We figured out the fucking mechanics medal. That's Benny and Mac should be getting that one. Well, GG's, guys. Here's the thing. Let me pull up this last team. This is the one y'all wanted me to look at. This was team 481. Same guy. Honestly, Bungie just tracked this one guy down and literally just go to everyone he played with and probably ban those people. Another clear example. 101 kills, 3 kills, 0, 0, 0. Dude, you're not even trying to hide it. You're not even trying. This noblesse person is literally like both of these guys rocking the emblem. Dude, can you imagine the clan comms on that? I bet they got people in their clan chat going, oh my God, you guys did it? And they were probably like, yeah, we fucking did it. We got that shit. We squeaked in right at the last minute.
Check the Aztecross real quick.
What do you think, Luke? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Do we want to get the scoop or?
Dude, I don't.
Let it be.
Here's the thing. Why would I care? You know what I mean? Like, all right, just to give everybody a little bit of information here. We just got a message right now from someone. It says, yo, if Cross wants to ask any of us why we did it, we'd be down to talk about it, and we'll keep it super respectful. Me, Lemur, and Jeet did like 60 plus carries of the new raid. There's no good reason.
I mean, I assume the answer is just a crap ton of money.
I mean, it's very obvious that it's just for a shit ton of money. I really don't want to hear it, dude. Look, here's the thing, man. We don't negotiate with fucking terrorists, all right? There is nothing I need to hear about this shit. We don't negotiate with goddamn terrorists. I don't give a shit for us. Now watch this drive. Oh, man. There it is, Bungie. Bungie has responded. We are investigating reports of cheating with fire teams who cleared the Desert Perpetual contest mode. Breaking our code of conduct and or cheating to complete contest difficulty or other activities is a bannable offense, and players benefiting from cheating can also be subject to punishment. For details, you can visit our code of conduct. If you suspect someone has cheated, please submit a report to our contact form. Look, man, I don't care. I just want Bungie to solve this. I want Bungie to solve this. That's all. And it needs to be something that happens across the board, dude.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.